What's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday evening, or Wednesday night pretty much by this point, and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2 Hard Economy Mod, episode 26, I believe. We are in southern Hungary today, going to be doing a delivery from Szeged to Pécs, and then possibly another delivery after that one. We've been making our way down to the southeast corner of the map in the last few episodes. If you guys have not been watching, we're kind of just trying to explore the Going East DLC a little bit. So today, we have 9 tons of radiators to the DB Schenker in Pécs. And we got 6 hours and 4 minutes to do it. And it's only a 3 hour and 10 minute drive, so that should be no problem. Let's go ahead and get started up today. And we will get this 9-ton delivery on its way. And I think we have to go out to the left here. Yes, we do. So let's just take it nice and slow. I'm trying to just slow down, smooth it up. Just trying to, do things the proper way. Because as we all know what happened in the last few episodes, it has not been very good. So I'm just going to try to drive the right way, not take any dumb risks, not rush, and hopefully we can have a better episode. Let's go ahead left out of here, out of the DHL depot. Alright, and we are on to the roads now, so we'll make another left up here. Nothing worse than red lights. Alright, so we'll let this guy go ahead. That's part of just, doing the right thing, is letting people go when it's their turn. Everyone else has their lights on, so I'm going to turn mine on, just in case the police try to give me some sort of a ticket. I don't think they will, but it looks like with this possible rain coming in, everyone kind of has theirs on. Alright, see you later, Szeged, city that I do not know how to pronounce. Oh, more lag. Wow. Oh, the spikes. We've noticed a lot of that in the last 2 episodes, which is odd because it's something that's never really happened before. I don't know if it's probably one of my mods that's interfering with the game, to be honest. I hope it's not the hard economy mod. Whichever one it is, I hope it doesn't start becoming a problem, because it caused us to, hit the wall in the last episode, and then we end up losing some money after that because we had to repair the truck. So that's kind of something that we're going to have to make sure is not a problem going forward. Let's go up to 80 here, put our cruise control on. I feel like it's going to dip when we go through this intersection up here. Pécs straight ahead, yep, it goes to 7. Massive lag spike. That one was really bad. So I don't know. I gotta figure out what exactly is going on here. Oh, those are some dark clouds to our left, so I think we're gonna have some rain as well. Alright, and back down to 50 it looks like. So I think most of our journey today is going to be on more of the back roads. Got a train track crossing here. The lights are flickering. I don't know what that means. Oh man, more lag spikes. Come on, game. Don't be doing this to me now. I don't know which mod this is. Maybe one of my mods is not up to date. I will check that after this episode. Perhaps it's one of my graphics mods or something like that, because it seems to deal with rendering of intersections and stuff like that when it's happening. I don't know. But I hope you guys are all having a good Wednesday night. That'll be about the time I get this uploaded, because after I record this today, I'm going to go on a little bike ride, which should be fun. Try to get maybe at least halfway to Nelsonville and back on the bike path, which is the town on the other end of the bike path from the town that I live in, which is on my end of the path. And luckily I can just pick it up literally within walking distance of where I live, and then it's along the river all the way. So riverside, trackside, bike path. And the weather's nice to do it too. We've had some really warm weather this week. But I've had some crazy things happen since I've last had an episode of this. I feel like I haven't recorded one since... I don't think I've recorded a Euro Truck episode since last week, actually. Because I uploaded one on Sunday, but I had recorded that ahead of time. So this one is the first in a while. They're like, oh, come on, that is really bad. Wow. But anyway, I've had some crazy things happen. My bicycle got a flat tire, actually. It was on Tuesday. I went to get lunch with my friend at the dining hall on campus, Let's turn the lights off. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But I went to get lunch at the dining hall with him, and I pulled my bike out from the rack to get on the bike, and it just didn't sound right. And I looked down the tire, and sure enough, it was flat. Luckily, I had an extra tube, able to kind of get that fixed, which reminds me, before I go out on a ride today, I better stop at the bike shop and make sure I get myself another tube. Looks like we got a stop sign here. This is a weird intersection. Oh, this is incredible. This is incredible. I just can't believe how much of it there is. It's gotta be, one of my mods has to be out of date or something. There goes our loan installment. And I feel like we are gonna be sitting here for quite a while. No one's inside. Can we make it in front of that truck? No, we cannot. They just keep coming and coming. My goodness. I hope it's not my game recording software, which is the other thing that I worry about. However, I mean, it could be. Alright, we're clear on this side. Let's go ahead and pull onto the middle, clear to the right, and we're good to cross. Okay, good. So that takes care of that busy intersection, which I would assume will be a usable intersection when the game expands eventually, just like many of the ones that we've seen in the last couple episodes have been. More train tracks too, my goodness. And what's that, like an unused depot or something? I don't know. Alright, cross these tracks nice and slow. There we go. Let's see what I can change. If it's something in the truck causing the lag, I have no idea. So back to the story, because I keep getting distracted by this lag. I'm just making the most of what I can do here. What do we have left on fuel first? 947 kilometers, so we are good for a little bit longer. But anyway, guys. Alright, this guy wants to go ahead. I'll let you go. Go ahead, you're going to be faster than me. Alright, or don't go. Let me go then. I swear if he starts moving now. Alright. Jeez, man. That's annoying. And so's that. My goodness. Constant spiking. But anyway, I went to ride my bike, and it turns out the tire was flat, so I repaired it. It took me about an hour or so. As I mentioned, I had to pump out the new tube, so I guess I did say that. But that was kind of annoying. I've never had a flat tire on a bike before, so I had to kind of just figure out how to change it. I could just, you can kind of figure out from looking at it. It's not really all that difficult. You just gotta deflate it and then put in the new tube, and then after that you're kind of good to go. But then you gotta pump up the other tube, and the hardest part is actually getting the tube in the tire, because when it's not inflated, it doesn't want to, push outwards. It wants to just fall down from gravity if you're standing up, or stretch back towards itself, because, it's spent the last so many years in a box since I've bought it. So, unfortunately I had to do that, but I will go get a new tube today before I begin my ride, which I think will be an important thing to do. Because if I happen to be out there and I get a flat, that would be an absolute nightmare of a scenario to have happen. The source of the leak, though, was not anything I ran over. The air comes into the tire. There was a... Oh my goodness, this is almost getting unplayable. This is just ridiculous. Anyway, source of the leak was kind of the tire intake, and where the air goes straight in from the point where you pump it in, and then it goes into the actual, the rest of the inner tube. It's where that there's a little tear in it, and it was kind of cracked right along the kink in the rubber. So, there's nothing you can really do about that, but kind of just let it go and, replace it. So that's what I had to do, was just kind of let it go and replace it. Oh, I hope it's not also my track IR causing the lag, but I feel like it's either it's got to be the recording software or one of the mods, because so the other thing was, as I talked in the last episode, it was Mom's weekend, which I guess I recorded an episode Friday because that was right before my mom came. Slow down to 50 for this bridge. Big river here, wow. But my mom came, and she actually tried out Euro Truck Sim 2. I made her a profile, and I think we drove across Switzerland and back, or part of it at least. I think we went from Oh boy. There goes the track IR. I have a blanket in front of my window too, so I don't know what caused that to happen. Boy, oh boy, are we having the glitches today. There it goes again. What is it doing? Oh my golly, golly, golly. Alright, this is getting out of hand. I do not know what is wrong with this thing. I'm trying to hold my hand up above it. Because last time it was the blanket, and this time I don't know, because I have the blanket in front of my window, so there's no way that sunshine is getting in. Unless it's somehow a little bit's getting through the blanket, but I really doubt that's a probability. It did seem like it was a little bit offline today anyway. Like it's not been centered very well. It's kept moving me to the left to my actual position and all that, so I don't really know. Alright, we're gonna need the left lane for Pex here. Budapest back to the right. We do not want to go back there. Oh, and it looks like it'll be a right exit up here, so we gotta get back to the right here. Well, now things are working. We're gonna enjoy like the 30 seconds of this video where I'm not having technical difficulties. Could have been worse. My mom started getting motion sickness from the track IR, believe it or not. She's always gotten horrible, horrible motion sickness. And it kind of just got to her. And she started feeling sick, so she had to take that off. And there it goes again. What are you doing? What are you doing, track IR? My gosh. Now it just won't stay centered. It thinks I'm off to the side. I have my blinds up behind the towel or the blanket on my window. So maybe if I put them down, that'll fix it. I don't know. Once we complete this delivery, we are going to check for the mods and try shutting that and see if that fixes those two problems, because this has been a nightmare. I feel like I can't get talking in anything normal at all, because it's just been technical difficulty after technical difficulty, hasn't it? Once again, like, I'm not looking to the left. My head is pointed straight, and I feel like the camera just seems off to me. I don't know. I feel like Jeff Favignano now, because he's always having lag spikes in his game with mods, technical difficulties, all those kinds of things. But, yeah, anyway, my mom really enjoyed the game. She had never played a video game with a wheel before, so she thought it was so cool that, you know, she was effectively driving, and she thought that was just a really, really cool thing, because as I said, she's never done anything like that before. So, oops, wrong button. I just wanted to make sure see if the brights were causing lag spikes or anything. Oh, it's probably gonna spike in the tunnel. So let's be careful here not to get into an accident. Yeah, a little bit. It's actually working okay right there. Interesting, interesting. But she thought it was super cool, and she said that it's something that she would actually enjoy doing in her spare time, because she gets really bad motion sickness, and she also gets vertigo, which is actually unrelated to the motion sickness. All right, I gotta do these blinds, because this is unplayable. Hold on, guys. All right. Hopefully, that will get things back to normal here. And we'll see if this track IR wants to work on me or not. Because we keep having the same problems over and over and over. And I really don't know why it's doing it, because it seems like the blinds were the blanket was the right fix, but I did have the blinds open behind it. So I shut the blinds, now there's no light that's coming in, and hopefully that will fix our problems. Meanwhile, we're only 37 minutes away, but I'll get back to what I was saying. My mom gets vertigo really bad, and she actually goes to therapy for it, and they will actually show different screens that she'll have to watch to kind of train her to not get dizzy from looking at that kind of stuff, which I guess is kind of motion sickness too, but I don't remember exactly how she described her condition, but she said that she thinks playing this might actually help with that. So, see, video games can have a positive health benefit. What do people know who say otherwise, right? Playing Euro Truck can improve your motion sickness. And it seems like that has done the trick, because I already feel like the Track IR is doing better. So I feel like the key is, if I'm playing during the daytime, to just have those blinds and those drapes completely closed, and then we won't have that issue anymore, because it's actually holding straight now. It's not going all over the place, and that's what I get for playing in the afternoon, I guess. When I played earlier in the wintertime, the sun was, you know, in a different position in the sky, and it was also cloudy a lot in the wintertime. It's sunny today again, which is actually crazy to also show how much sunny weather we've had recently compared to what we normally have. Kind of a rarity a little bit. Alrighty, slow down here. Another highway where you're forced to exit. It's kind of the crappy thing about playing on the edge of the map is the map doesn't go on, you know, you're kind of just headed to the edge of where you're able to go, unfortunately. Oh, the Track IR also seems really sensitive today. I just took a sip of pop. Well, I guess it makes sense. I did have to look up to take a sip of that. It is out of a can, so I suppose that would make sense. Got me a good old Diet Coke. Enjoying it for the ride. Into PEX, which we are almost here. We'll have completed Hungary. It'll be our second country that we've completed. Obviously, there's only 4 cities on the map in Hungary, which is not really that much. I feel like they could have added a couple small towns in between or something. Four cities is just not a lot of places to go. I guess Hungary is kind of a small country, though. I mean, it's only a couple hours to drive across it. I just thought that they'd have some more small towns and all that, you know, considering what they have in southern Sweden. But I guess Hungary is even smaller than I assumed it to be. Alright, PEX discovered. Speed limit's going to drop up here, so we'll go ahead and get the truck slowed down. Welcome to PEX, ladies and gentlemen, though. We have completed Hungary, which is an amazing, amazing feeling to complete another country. Again, being that we've only done that with Latvia, I believe. Or was it Lithuania? I don't know, one of those two. We still haven't even completed Sweden. We got a lot to go in our home country, and here we are completing other ones. Alright, no one to our right. We'll go ahead and get over here. There's a better navigated roundabout. And into PEX. Looks like a very industrial city, if you will. Alright, let's slow it down. You know, interestingly enough, the lag spikes also stopped, which is really weird, because I had so many problems with them, and now they've seemed to go away. So I don't know what that's about. You would think that that wasn't related, but maybe it was related to the Track IR. I don't know. Looks like we gotta be waiting again here. There's the DB Schenker for our delivery point. What's this guy doing? Oh, is he letting us go? He is. I hate when the traffic does that on this game. I wish they were not so nice. I do appreciate it, but I don't need your kindness like that. Alright, handle job delivery. Let's go ahead and deliver this one today. Hopefully we can have a good back end. I did get to practice a little bit because I showed my mom did a delivery, then she watched me do one on her profile. Just because she wanted to, you know, see how I back in and how I drive using the wheel. She did the delivery option where you just have to pull in straight in rather than actually back in, because obviously backing in is, you know, challenging, and especially if you're on a steering wheel, and if you've never played the game before, I mean, I can't blame you for not really knowing how to do it. So she didn't try her hand out at that yet, but she did pull in straight, and she did a fine job with that. I noticed she needed to make a little bit wider turns than she was making, though. I mean, she's never played any trucking game ever before, and I've played all the 18 Wheels games and all that stuff. One thing I've learned is just to pull forward a little bit before it's too late and you've already really messed it up. See, I just pulled it forward a little bit and now I can straighten it out. That's one thing that I kind of thought of when I was on her profile. See here, I know it's going to be jackknifed a little bit, so all I got to do is go into forward and then just straighten it out and then straighten the wheel out. And then we can kind of just back it in along this axis, and that is much, much better. Can't really see anything out this side. If we just bring it in like this. Alright, now we'll turn it back to the right. And see, I'm stopping the truck. That's the other thing. Taking my time, stopping the truck when necessary. Then we'll just go in on this side, straighten it out. Nobody can do this fast. This is a time-sensitive process. Or it's not a time-sensitive process. You take your time. Take as long as you need to do this. Rushing will make you make a mistake. And as you can see... Oh, it actually went... And actually, that was weird. It didn't stay green right there. There's green. I guess the backside kind of came out of it. So how did we do on that? What did I not... I mean, it's a little crooked, but that's not bad. See, guys, I took my time. Obviously, I could back it up straight more, but I guess the game didn't want it all the way back. So 4 hours, 59 minutes. That took way longer than what it was supposed to. That's why you don't flirt with your rest limits. Let's see what job offers they have. See if there's something short that we can do to finish off the episode. We can go up to Vienna, 634, 649. Austria, 5 hours. These are all pretty long, and I don't want to take anything this long. We could go back to Szeged, but I kind of want to explore some new areas. We could do maybe we could do a Budapest run and then stop in, or we could do a Vienna run and then stop in Budapest and then continue the episode in the next time, depending on how long it kind of takes to get up there. I kind of like that. $663 of pet food compared to $645 of beverages. So we're getting paid a little bit more for this pet food, but when's it due? It's due Wednesday morning, so we could rest, which is important because our rest time is getting low here. So perhaps if we do that one, that would work. We could go to Klagenfurt, but that gets you kind of, you know, a little bit too far west. I want to stay east. I kind of want to go back to... This one looks good too, though, because that's a new city in Slovakia compared to the, you know, the more central part of the map. I kind of want to go back up, do Slovakia, do some, and then go up and do some of Poland, maybe. But I do like the idea of seeing Vienna, too, in Austria. This is 641, 634. This one does get paid more for less money, though. Maybe we could head up to Vienna and then head east to Slovakia, or would it make sense to go up and then... I mean, I'm not going to go all the way north in Poland, because, you know, that's really out of the way to go up to there. We can always head back there from Sweden in the future. Maybe I just click off a couple cities in southern, do Czech Republic. In Austria, yeah, I think we'll do that. So we'll do this one, Banksta Bystrica, and we will stop on the way. Wait, when's this one due? Wednesday by noon, and it's Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So that'll work perfectly. 20 tons of outdoor floor tiles, interestingly enough. That's kind of weird. Let's go ahead and get started up. And in gear, that's what I did do. I don't think I put it in neutral last time, but that is okay. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and pull on out. When do we got to rest? 3:23. So could we make it to Budapest before we rest? I don't think so. I think we should rest at this gas station here, because we can also fill up on gas because we're getting kind of low. So we'll fill up right before Budapest. And I don't think there's any other rest stops on the way, so hopefully it doesn't take too long to get out of Pécs here. Alright, we don't want to view the job offers. We just want to head on out. Yeah, 3:23, so I think we'll be alright. Because the full delivery is 6:41, so... Is it halfway to that rest stop, or is it less than half? It's pretty much half, but this looks a lot windier, so I think this part's going to take a while. 6:49. How far is it from here to Budapest is what I want to know. I mean, that was like, that took us over 3. Maybe we'll stop at this one. Maybe we'll stop at this first one here, and then we'll just rest there. Because as I learned from as I said from the last episode, I'm trying to not take any dumb risks. And it won't really matter because, you know, we'll just wake up and it'll kind of be like driving through the night a little bit, but I mean, it won't be that bad. You know, we'll be there by, I don't know, 2 hours from now. 6:50, we'll rest at 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2. We'll wake up like 2 a.m. So we'll kind of do a little bit of middle of the night driving, but I guess it is what it is. Alright, head on out of here. We need some nighttime driving anyway. Nighttime driving's never a bad thing. It'd be cool if the Track IR tracked your eye movement. But then I guess that would be really trippy and you'd probably get super dizzy from that. I could see some things going really wrong with an eye movement tracker. I guess it would really only help me if I'm trying to take a sip of a drink and then the trouble starts, am I right? Alright, that speed limit popped up to 80 pretty fast here. 3:19, 19 hours, 9 minutes we have left to do this delivery. We almost could sleep twice. See, that's the thing I wish. I wish you could set your rest time for longer. That way you can, you know, wake up during the day, all that kind of stuff. Whoa. That guy's moving it a little bit. Alright, up to 80. Oh, back down to 70. There you go. Well, that didn't take very long to get out of there at all. PEX is a lot smaller than it felt like coming in. We're not having lag now, which is good. That's a really big key that we're not having lag. So some of the other things though that been going on this week, had a bit of another incident. So first I had the bike tire incident. Then this week, so this all started when I went to the grocery store on my bike on Sunday? No, Monday. I stocked up on groceries for the week because I'm leaving on Athens on Friday to go visit my sister in Penn State in Pennsylvania. So I just filled up on Monday through Friday lunches, groceries basically, and you know, I was able to get everything I needed for the week. Nice to only have to go once in a week versus, you know, 2 or 3 times if you just stock up on stuff that'll last. You buy pork chops that last you 3 days before you gotta cook them. All right, so this is still 252. So I think we will be fine to. Oh, that's only here. I thought that was this left turn. Ah, see, I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, do I? I do not know what I am talking about. But anyway, so I get back from the grocery store, and I find that one of the bags is just soaking wet at the bottom, and 2 of the cans, one of which had tomato sauce for a recipe I made last night, and the other one had cream and mushroom soup for the recipe I'm making tonight. Both of them were wet, and the bottom of the bag was wet. I couldn't figure out what it was that got wet in the food. So, long story short, what it was the next day I go to get some eggs because I'm making chicken parmesan and I need some eggs. Well, I find that the eggs in the carton I got were cracked. 2 of them were cracked. And the cracked egg is what got all over my cans. So it's a good thing I washed them off, and it's a good thing that cans are, you know, pretty impenetrable. Because that was a little gross, that I had egg all over the place. So it was like 9:30. I was cooking dinner super late at night, which I usually don't cook that late, but it was really late. It was 9:30. And I'm like, crap, I need more eggs now. I didn't want to use the other eggs just because I was kind of grossed out by the raw egg being everywhere. I guess it would have been fine, but, you know, can never be too safe with food, I guess you could say. And essentially what happened is, all right, we're gonna go for the other rest stop because 232. I think we will be fine, especially going 80 kilometers an hour on this highway. I think we'll more than make it. I think it's gonna be the second part of this journey that's gonna take a while. So there's a market on campus that they renovated last summer, and it just opened. It opened was it last summer or 2 summers ago they renovated it? Maybe it was 2 summers ago. It's a dining, or it's a dorm, and then they added a market to it. So I went there to see if they would have eggs, and it turns out this is like a huge little shopping market for groceries, and you could even buy like raw chicken, just all kinds of stuff that was really cool, and I just didn't expect to see any of it, to be honest. I was just stoked to see all the stuff that they had in there. They didn't have tomato sauce, so I just used the can that got the egg on it. Luckily, as I said, the seal was not broken, so it was safe. And obviously, I would have been sick by now because I ate it last night, and I am doing fine today. So, you know, that happened, and I was able to come back, and I cracked 2 eggs, put them in the bowl, beat them, and was ready to use them for the recipe. When I tipped the bowl over and the raw egg went all over the floor. So that was really annoying to have that happen. And basically I was pretty ticked off at that point. But luckily, you know, the carton had 6 eggs and I had only used 2. So I just took 2 more eggs out, cracked them, and then we were good to go. Unfortunately, that means I used up my last 2 eggs today. So if I want to have more eggs, then I'm going to be a little bit short on Friday if I want to make eggs for breakfast or tomorrow. So I'll just have to make pancakes or do something different, I guess. But that was kind of the drama that's happened with me. It's been kind of a dramatic time in terms of the last week or so, everything that happened. But everything's been good. Mom's weekend was good. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to have her visit. Obviously, when I'm in Alaska, I won't see my family at all, so it was nice to spend the time I had with them. And when I go out to State College to visit my sister this weekend, it's going to be good to spend time with her, because that'll be the last, long period of time I get with her until really almost Christmas, because by the time I get back, it'll be mid-August, and then we'll be going back to school before you know it, which is hard to believe, but it'll all go fast. All right, 1 hour and 50 minutes to make it to there. So yeah, we're definitely gonna make it to Budapest, or to that rest stop outside of Budapest, and that's where we will park and rest. And then in the next episode, we will continue on our way up to Czech Republic. Excuse me, Slovakia. I'm getting my European countries confused a little bit. I thought it was going to rain during this episode, I really did, but it seems like it decided not to happen at all. Because now it's a clear day, look at that. What a beautiful village in there. Alright, we got 1 hour 36. The guy starts yawning when you still got a lot of time left until your next rest stop, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, give me an hour. I mean, I get it, because if you're not paying attention to the time, there are some areas on the map that are pretty far from a rest stop, and I would assume that, you know, it's telling you, hey, you better stop at the next rest stop or something like that. Or else, you know, there might be a bit of an issue. I think we're gonna lose more money today because we're filling this thing up with fuel. What are we making for this? $300 some? $647. Okay, that's actually better than I thought. But with the amount of gas that we're paying, I think today's net money will be a loss. Which is not really good timing, because of all the other things that have happened recently in the series. Watch my speed right there. Luckily with our loans it doesn't matter. I just want to buy that second truck, but I can't really do it until we have a steady flow of money, and I gotta what I really gotta do is start, you know, writing down the money at the end of each game day, seeing how much I have, and then, you know, kind of go from there and see if we're actually making a steady stream to the point where we could afford, you know, a second truck and a second driver, because if we're losing money at that point, then, you know, then eventually our money would kind of dwindle out. So, I'll have to see how much money I'd make daily from that versus, you know, basically what I'm making now, which is only a couple $100. And, I guess though, now that I think about it, if the money for the second truck, I have it, it's not like that would increase my daily expenditures, because that would be a one-time thing. So what I gotta do is make sure that alright, we are getting tired. 1 hour, 5 minutes. We'll get there just in time. But what I gotta do, guys, is, put this retarder on a little bit. Help slow this thing down. There we go, back down to 81. Just on the edge of the speed limit there. We're not gonna get a ticket for going 1 over. I doubt it. That would be kind of a crazy thing. But perhaps I do have the money. I don't know. I need to look into that, because if I bought a truck for, you know, 80,000 or whatnot, and then hired a driver, I think I'd actually be okay. I just need to make sure that I'm not losing money on my own, because my driver would bring in a little bit, and it seems like if it's not for all the mistakes I've been having, that we actually would be fine. So we'll see. I will get this all figured out, and maybe we'll be buying a new truck soon. Let's slow down to 30 miles an hour here, and head to the rest area. I think we can just fuel up when we get to our final destination, because we got 624 kilometers left in fuel. So we'll do that then. That way we can just pull straight into this rest area. I guess was there one past the fuel? I guess there was, but that's okay. It doesn't matter too much. Let's go ahead and just pull this truck in. And it looks like it'll just be a nice straight in entry here to rest. All right, turn this engine off. And let's go ahead and get us some rest. What time is it going to be when we wake up? It is 4:21, so the sun, oh, it looks like it's just barely starting to come up. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully the length was good, about 35 minutes compared to the slightly longer than normal, slightly shorter than normal, which is, I'm trying to shorten it a little bit. But in the next episode, we got 4 hours of driving up to Banska Bystrica, and then possibly another delivery after that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Next video will be on Friday, and then I will pre-record one for Sunday. I'll do the rest of those 50 questions. That way I have something to upload when I'm out of town. So for now, we'll see you guys next time. I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Peace.